Hi everyone, my name is Anna Lopez and I will be doing my picture book presentation on the story of the Three Little Pigs. The book I selected was illustrated by Leonard Leslie Brooks. The textual background of the book is kind of confusing. It was confusing to me since The Three Little Pigs has been rewritten several times with the authors changing pieces of the story. I ended up choosing the one that was published by Frederick Wayne and Company. The book was illustrated in 1904 by Leonard Leslie Brooks, which I have already mentioned. He was an artist and a writer. He wrote and illustrated his own book, Johnny Crow's Garden, which we read in our textbook. The plot summary, most of you know the story of the Three Little Pigs. It starts with an elder pig raising three little piglets, which she was not able to keep them to support all of them, so she sent them out to seek their own fortune. And the first little pig went off and met a man with a bundle of straw, and the man ended up giving the little pig the straw to build himself a house. And so he built himself a house and he meets the wolf. And the wolf is trying to come into his house, and the little pig tells him, no, 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 not by the hair of my chinny chin chin, because he knew that the wolf would try to eat him. So the wolf huffs and he puffs, and instead of blowing his house down in this book, he blows his house in. So when he blows the house in, he eats the first little pig. The second little pig met a man with a bundle of hearse um, and said, man, give me that hearse to build myself a house, which the man did. Once the pig built himself a house, the wolf came along and told little pig, little pig, please let me in. And the pig responded the same as the first, no, 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 not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. And so the wolf huffed and puffed and blew his house in, and he ate up the second little pig. The third little pig met a man with a load of bricks, and he asked the man for the bricks, and the man gave him the bricks. So the third little pig built himself a house with the bricks that he got. Um, in this case, the wolf asked the same question, and the little pig responded the same, but when the wolf huffed and he puffed, he wasn't able to tear his house down. He wanted to devise another plan to eat the little pig, so the wolf asked the little pig if he liked turnips. So because he knew of a field that had fresh turnips, he invited the little pig to go pick them with him. And he told him, okay, I'll come around 6 o'clock tomorrow so we can go pick them together. Since the little pig knew that the wolf was gonna eat him, he got up an hour before and he went to go pick them and came back home and locked himself in his house. At 6 o'clock, the wolf comes by and tells him if he's ready. The little pig tells him that he has came and went and came and had a nice pot of turnips for dinner. So the wolf was pretty angry at this, so he told the little pig, I know where there is an apple tree. And the pig said, where? So the wolf tells him where the apple tree was, which was another mistake by the wolf. And the wolf tells me, down at Mary Garden. And if you do not deceive me, I will come for you at 5 o'clock tomorrow, and we will go together to get some apples. Well, the little pig woke up again an hour before and hustled his way up to pick the apples on his own. As he's picking the apples, the wolf comes. So what the little pig does to distract the wolf is throwing an apple as far as he could, and the wolf goes and catches it. By that time, the little pig is already running back home. Um, The little pig locks himself up in his house, his safe little house that he built, and the wolf devises a plan to go inside of the house and through the chimney, but the smart little pig decides to boil water as the wolf is climbing up his house. And as the wolf is coming down the chimney, the little pig opens the pot and the wolf falls into the pot, the burning hot pot. So as the pig covers it, he thinks like I'm gonna have a wolf for supper. So that's what he does. He cooks the wolf and eats him, and the little pig lives happily ever after without the threat of the wolf eating him. The style of this book is surreal. As far as the characters being able to walk and talk and ride horses, I thought that was a bit cartoonish. This book does have realistic traits. As far as the characters, the wolf and the pig, although they are able to walk on 2 feet, they still have the same anatomy as real pigs. So that's why I added realism to it. Formal elements would be the texture of the book. The stories displays three-dimensional three-dimensional images, sorry. As you can see on the pictures below, although the character is at the focal point, you are able to see out into the valley of the plot of the setting, I mean. I'm sorry. What I found interesting in this book is that the illustrator used both black and white as well as colored images. The formal elements as composition, again, the background, you can see the background at a distance, all the trees and grass and the valley and stuff like that. Although the character is at the focal point, like the main action is larger than everything else, so you can see the wolf in the background. So the size of the character really emphasizes who the narrative text is about. So the rhythm and the movement, the book size, I put that it's big enough to read out loud to a class, um, and also is small enough for a child to hold and read as well. Most of the pages in the book include an image with text narrating the picture. The images are centered in the middle. It usually the text is towards the bottom, like the first page, as you guys can see. But as we go along in the book, there's text also at the top and the bottom of the pages. And for my textual analysis, I put that the characterization is filled with personified characters, the pigs being able to build houses and talk, as well as the wolf being able to talk to the pigs. I put the characters are personified. The third little pig was able to think ahead of the wolf, so I added that in. The theme of the book, I put that it is a trickster tale because of the third little pig. He was ahead of the game, and in the end, that was at his advantage because he wasn't eaten by the wolf. I also put that patience and hard work of the third little pig, excuse me, paid off in the end. Since the other two little pigs used the easy route of building a house with straw and with the hay, they really weren't patient with building a strong house to protect them from the wolf. Um, Actually, this is my works cited page. I'm sorry about that. The works cited page, the reason why I put Brooks as like the author is because in the book there was no mention of the author. It was just the publisher and the illustrator. So I got this from the Gutenberg project as well. So thank you guys for watching.